So you bought your Medspa, the brand new device, and invested in external marketing efforts, but you can't forget the basics and very powerful in-office marketing strategies, because your current Medspa patients that are sitting in your waiting room and your treatment rooms, even your bathroom, are the best and easiest to get them to buy more, to spend more, to increase the number of visits and the average spend per year. It really is your lowest cost and highest conversion when it comes to growth. So you don't want to waste this opportunity. Today, I'm going to be sharing with you my favorite in-office marketing strategies and how they will grow your revenue. But before I share my favorite strategies, I would love to hear, I want to know, what are you doing or have done right now in your med spa when it comes to in-office marketing? So go into the comments and share with me, what are you doing right now? And I'm going to give you some of the obvious ones: brochures, flyers, posters, retractable banners, just to name a few. What are you currently doing right now when it comes to in-office marketing? Don't be shy. Everyone here wants, that's watching, wants to get better. So share with me what you are currently doing. I know Angela, because I've visited their med spa personally, they have retractable banners. You're doing posters, cards. Let's see, what else are you doing, Angela, when it comes to in-office marketing? Okay, great. Well, let's dive in. And one of the first ones that you may be missing when it comes to in-office marketing is having a lobby TV. Now, I'm not talking about airing the morning news, putting on music videos, or even tranquil videos, the Today Show, or American Idol, right? But really using that to benefit both the patient and the med spa. So it's so simple, guys. Buy a TV. They're so cheap these days. Get it hung professionally so there isn't cables hanging. Get it mounted on the wall. Make sure you have your tech set up. You probably could do it for less than, all inclusive, anywhere between $500 to $1,000. But this could work for you forever. Okay, so this is definitely a low cost investment, one-time investment that will pay you dividends. Now, let's talk about what you should have on that TV. This is in essence a walking billboard, a television commercial that is on constant loop. You may be wondering, okay, what is it that I put on video? Some of the things that I'd like to see on the TV in the lobby is credential your practice. What makes you different or better? Now, you first need to decide, am I going to be airing video, audio, or is it going to be silent? No right or wrong answer, totally up to you. Probably depends a little bit on how long the loop is going to be. If it's long, have audio, great. If it's not, then you have to be a little bit cognizant in the sense of, if a patient is sitting in the waiting room 5, 10, 15 minutes, and your video is 60 seconds long, and they're hearing that over and over again, it could get a little bit annoying. So decide if you're gonna have audio or no audio. Either way, you can credential your practice with written copy and images, or B-roll and video, or even having someone talk. Okay, so credential your practice, highlight your providers and show their credibility, years experience, training, education, over 1,000 cool sculpting treatments, whatever it is that they are really known for. And then you want to highlight your gateway treatments, your best treatments. So this is not where you go into the whole laundry list of all of the treatments and services that you have to offer at your med spa. So this goes back to my same strategy of marketing, right? You don't need to market. You don't want to market everything, because then you're trying to speak to everyone and you're not really speaking to anyone because you have no frequency or consistency. Your messaging is all over the place. Okay. So figure out, what is it that you want to be known for? What is your gateway treatments that are going to open the doors to all the tools in your tool belt. Okay. And you want to highlight, just give a basic introduction of those treatments. And most device companies have really great little mini videos that you can use and then add overlays and then add your before and after pictures. If that's not something that you want or feel comfortable recreating yourself. But again, this is not where you want to really go deep in the bells and the whistles of the how or getting nerdy with the technology, right? What you want to focus on, what is in it for the patient? What results can they expect? And then go into social proof. It's all about social proof, guys. Before and after pictures till the cows come home. The more before and after pictures, not from the device company, not from other med spas, but your before and after pictures. And I'm telling you, patients have become more savvy these days. The more before and after pictures that you have, that you can claim for yourself that this is the result that we got our patient, the more high ticket services and packages that you are going to sell. It's so worth it. And then once you have those, this is my pet peeve, guys, is I have a handful of clients that have amazing before and after pictures, but they have two challenges. One, they just keep them in their phone or on their iPad and they don't do anything with them. They like to show me, they like to show other providers, but they're not actually using them in their marketing. And it's so sad to me. The second thing is they didn't do the work ahead of time or set themselves up for success by getting permission from the patient when they filled out their new patient paperwork to be able to use those pictures for marketing and educational purposes. So make sure you're setting yourself up for success so that you can use those before and after pictures. Of course, patient testimonials, and then you can even highlight your membership. So these are things that don't necessarily have to change every month or even every quarter for that matter. But the fresher you keep your video, the better. It just kind of depends on if you have someone in office savvy or someone to help you with the video. Now, there is a company out there called Friend Media where you can pay a monthly subscription to access all the major aesthetic brands with on-demand content. And it starts as low as $90 a month. And I think it goes up to a couple $100. But what's really cool is like you literally drag and drop what major aesthetic brands that you want to, in essence, create your playlist of videos. And then, of course, you can customize it to any internal pieces that you want to add. So I personally prefer for you to create your own video on loop. Again, it's a little bit of work on the front, but it could literally work for you forever. And maybe you make some minor tweaks here and there, but it's well worth it. Because remember, your patients that already know, like, and trust you are the best and easiest to get them to spend more and increase the average number of visits per year. Another stat that I want to remind you of is that 50% of your patients don't even know about some of the treatments that you have to offer. Even some of your core gateway best treatments that you offer, you have patients that have been with you for years that will tell you, oh, I had no idea that you had RF microneedling. Oh, I had no idea that you offered Juvederm, because they just weren't ready yet to receive it because they didn't yet think they wanted it or need it. But now they are. And so now when they see that message with frequency and consistency, they're going to take action. All right, so once you've made your video loop for your in-office TV, the next thing is use those same assets, that same work, and then convert that into your own Medspa hardcover picture book. I have these for my kids. It's like their own little yearbook. It's one of my favorite things ever. I have a handful of clients also that have their own hardcover picture books, and everybody loves them, right? Instead of your patients looking through, Us or People magazine when they're sitting waiting for their appointment, or when they are in the treatment room and they're laying there. I can't tell you how many times I have laid in a treatment room for 30, 45 minutes getting numb, and I'm just on my phone, or I am reading Us magazine. What a wasted opportunity. What a wasted opportunity. have that hardcover picture book of all of your before and afters, what makes you different and special, highlighting your key treatments that you want to, that are your gateways to everything. So work smarter, not harder. Use the same content that you are using in your video loop on for your hardcover picture book as well. Okay, so those are my two big ones that I love when it comes to in-office marketing. And now I'm just going to go over some obvious ones, of course, right? Printed materials, brochures, pamphlets, posters, do it in the bathroom, have it in the treatment rooms, have them everywhere, retractable banners. And a lot of times when you buy these expensive devices, when you hit certain levels of your injectables, you get swag, you get marketing materials. So make sure that you are talking with your reps and seeing what you qualify for free or little to no cost, okay? Because those things are great, great conversation starters. All right, so the next in-office marketing that I want to share with you is the Authority Builder folder, okay? So this is an example here of a really beautiful, well-presented new patient folder. So every patient that comes in gets this new patient folder with their branding on it, right? It's smooth, it's sexy, it looks really good. And then inside, you have a nice business card, you have the treatment plan, and then you have the brochures based on what was talked about during the consultation, okay? So I wanna give you some example of what is inside, okay? So the complete spa menu, right? So I'm a new patient and I thought that I was just coming in for some Botox, but I didn't even know about all the other things that you had to offer. So now I do, because I get to take this home and I look at all of the service menus, okay? I also am getting a pamphlet about the membership because, right, in the consultation, once I complete my transformational treatment plan, we got to transition into a membership for maintenance, for upkeep, right? And this is also telling me how I can maintain my results, achieve my results affordably with this membership, right? I also have information about patient financing and how easy it is. It's step by step. Another thing is the brochure of the high ticket treatment that was recommended to me, okay? And device companies are gonna give this to you all day long. I also am gonna get a pamphlet on the medical grade skincare regimen that they're recommending in my comprehensive treatment plan as well. And then finally, I'm getting this take home coupon to make sure that I come back for my second visit. Because again, you're spending so much money on marketing. And if we stay on a hamster wheel of just turning and burning through patients and not giving them that red carpet 5-star experience, credentialing yourself of what makes you different and better, why they should choose you, how you can make their life better, right? Giving them more self-confidence, saving them time, whatever it is that makes you different or special. If we can't present that to them, talk to them about it, and then reinforce it with a plan and education, you're not going to win your unfair share of business, and you're just going to be turning and burning through new patients. And I know that's not what anybody wants. So if you want to be a luxury med spa brand, you need to invest in presenting yourself as a high-end brand. And this, guys, right here and everything in it is a really big piece of the puzzle, and very few med spas do it. There's a cost to it. There's work to set it up. There is training and scripting to implement it and hold your team accountable of like, this is how we do it at Aesthetica. But I tell you what, guys, if you do the work up front, train your team, hold them accountable, give them the tools and the assets, you are going to get better results for your patient. It's going to be easier for them to give permission to themselves to commit to this treatment plan, and they're going to increase the number of visits and the average spend per year, which is what we want, right? So the last ones, of course, are retractable banners, staff t-shirts, and buttons. I love a staff t-shirt. Cool Sculpting years ago did really great with getting everyone to wear like the really pretty blue scrubs that they give the whole team scrubs, right? I see other med spas do like the hot pink, right? There's no right or wrong answer. Just figure it out, and you can customize your own color, your own design, or your own theme. There was another like red shoes, I think. Just think of what is a conversation starter with your patients. And then when they ask you about it, you need to be able to then guide the conversation, right? What is that end result that you are looking for from them? Now, if you are interested in creating something great like this, I'd love to advise and consult you on what that could look like. But if you have an idea and you just haven't done it yet, I hope this inspires you to take action and get started in putting those pieces together. A lot of them are already made and printed from your device companies, your skincare companies. There's just a few minor things that you need to make and print, but it's well worth it. Great resources to print some of these materials. Vistaprint is really cheap and great if you don't have a local printer. Moo, beautiful, beautiful work, but a little bit more expensive. And then Shutterfly is great as well. Can be a little bit more expensive, but they run promotional codes all the time to make it more affordable. Okay, so before we wrap up, I'd love to hear what takeaways you had when it comes to in-office marketing strategies that we discussed today. And is there anything that you took away that you want to implement, that you're going to implement, or maybe just tweak and optimize from what you are currently doing right now? So some of the things that we talked about is obviously the lobby TV loop and using that to educate your patients and start conversations. The hardcover picture book, printed materials in your bathroom, your treatment rooms, your brochures and pamphlets. Make sure that you have nice displays, cases, and they're just not, stacked everywhere. They can easily get messy. I love the nice folder with your branding and logo on it. Another thing you can do is print review cards or referral cards. Again, it's frequency and consistency surrounding your patient and hitting them at, in a variety of ways to meet all learners' needs, all senses and sensories to get people to take action. Okay, accept the folder. Okay, so we're doing all of these except the folder. Angela, what are you doing on your TV screen? Remind me.
Okay, now can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. Dr. Tanquillet had a welcome video recorded by a professional company. So that's on there. He, basically invites them for refreshments, things like that. We also have a couple of the videos that I've done as far as our No Makeup Mondays campaign that we're running. So that one runs, it's me talking about our microneedling treatments. And then we have video from Fotona running the Fotona 4D. What else? We have a couple of videos from our skincare reps, Omni Bioceuticals, talking about some of our favorite ones. And then I think it just kind of defaults into like skincare and things like that. And then we do have some of our before and after photos, a little photo montage of that as well. So we just keep adding to it little by little.
Yeah. And the more you guys, I know a big initiative is collecting before and after photos. So for you to just keep adding to that, that'll be great. And Chantel added that they also have TVs in each treatment room as well. And she's commenting that has been a great opportunity in conversion and continuing to upsell then as well. I love that because when I'm in the waiting room, I could have my cup of coffee or tea or water. I could be chit-chatting with the front desk. I could be on my phone, right? But oftentimes once I get into the treatment room and maybe I'm waiting 5 or 10 minutes for the provider to come in, maybe I am waiting 30 plus minutes for my face to numb, I'm much less likely to pick up the People magazine, to, be on my cell phone once my face is goopy and numbing. So having that TV in the treatment room, I love that so much. Great, Chantel. Thanks for sharing that. The folder though, okay? So once you invest in this, it's important that you train your team how to use it, because you literally could have $2 to $5 to $10 worth of high-end printed material. And if you don't have the proper scripting, it's like in the garbage, gonna go to waste. So if you invest, and you should, if you invest in some high-end branding, printed materials, make sure that you train your team, that you have it scripted, and that's going to increase your results as well. All right, we need to keep patients waiting room so they can see the video. Okay, I like that, Angela. So you like for your patient to have a hot minute to sit and watch kind of that introductory video before bringing them into the treatment room. It helps to build authority and credential you before the provider even steps into the room. So that's great. Awesome. Okay, well, I would love to open up the floor if there's any questions or comments that anyone would like to have before we wrap up. But if not, thank you so much for joining us here live. And we will see you next week, but I'll stay on for anyone that wants to chat about anything or questions or comments.